Good morning. Welcome to this weekly update on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris Forsick from Elite Currency. And first of all, I wanted to let you know that the portfolio method is ready. Portfolio ECS is live. And if you go to our website, elitecurrency.com, and click on this blue button, then you will be brought to this page, or you can go to products and then click on portfolio. Yes, you go to this page with all the details, information that you want. Here's a video with more info and the join now button, but also, of course, obviously, what are the advantages, what are the historical results, how can you monitor the live results, live trading, I should say, up in here with Forex, my FX book, of course, and etc. So all of that info you can find here. I'm very excited about this particular method, and yeah, I can't wait to see you as a member, or if you of course have that risk capital to spare, or otherwise would be happy if you take a look and review it, of course. So let's take a look at the euro dollar daily chart. Is making a bounce finally at around 115.75, but the breakout certainly strong. We were looking at a breakout below the 88.6 fib and 117 level. Slowly but surely it started to move lower here with the 4-hour charts breaking below the fractals, HMA crossing below the 20 MA at a bearish angle, price floating below it, with all the moving averages aligned. With the break of the 88.6 fib, I'll show you which one that was here. There we go. With this break here below the 88 in the double bottom, that was the key that indicated that for me that the upside was out. Some of you already may be bearish. I was bearish with the ABC, but I thought that the 61, 78, and 88.6 fib could cause a reversal. We do see that price respected all of these fibs, the 23 to 38, the 50 to 60 to 78, 88. They were all kind of reactions to these levels, which is quite unique to see 6 out of 6 reactions on this time frame. But they didn't create a reversal. They were strong bounces, they were strong corrections, but no reversals. And the break below 88.6 fib, we saw the price move down to a 7 and making a lower low. All right, and it hit ultimately even 115.62, as you can see. Now I think that there is still some potential to fall further down to 115, 115.30, but retracement is happening here, so maybe the previous bottoms like this could be a zone where price makes a bounce and continues lower. Let's take a look on the 4-hour chart. Maybe it will not even get that far on the 4-hour chart. You can see that the 21 EMA could be resistance. Euro dollar is now using on the hourly chart is using the 21 EMA as a support, so it is making some kind of bear flag pattern here, like this, and it could maybe reach the 144 EMA on the 1-hour chart, plus minus here, but ultimately I think that could be a strong resistance zone. Any of these three could send it back down again, and of course if it breaks this bear flag, that could be a good breakout to the downside. Okay, so with a target at 115. On higher time frames like the weekly chart, we can see strong weekly candle, definitely bears in control, and a retracement and continuation with a lower low below that weekly low makes sense to me, and a target at the 50 fib around 115.40. 115 zone makes sense to me, so continuation there. And ultimately this turned out to be just a correction for more downside. Now although I was bullish here because I thought it was an ABC completed here and therefore expected to swing up like this, ABC up, do note that here I was bearish because of the ABC, and ultimately when it broke the 88.6 fib I turned bearish again. So it sometimes doesn't matter if you're bullish or bearish, because you have an expected direction, whether it's bullish or bearish. In this case, ABC or 1, 2, 3. In both cases, it's going down to deeper fibs probably. And once it breaks those fibs, of course, then it invalidates the bullish scenario and we get a stronger push lower. So for the moment, I'm still expecting more downside. 115 could be a very strong level, but it depends on how price responds there. If I could attempt to trade right at the strong level. That's one approach. Or wait for strong bullish price action candlestick patterns on 1-hour, 4-hour, or daily chart. Or Another approach could be to wait for a bounce, a higher low, and continuation on a maybe 4-hour chart, for instance, or 1-hour chart after hitting 115. If, however, at 115 there's a slow bear flag or a triangle pattern, and it starts to break that pattern, then in that case, a downtrend continuation below the 50 fib is more likely. I don't know at this moment which one of the two is more likely. Maybe a bearish break, but 50 fib is quite strong. Wouldn't underestimate it. I think it's 50-50 here from a technical point of view. I think maybe even a slight, from this perspective, it really depends on how price responds there, which will get the edge. Looking at the 144 EMA on the weekly chart, I would lean towards some bounce, because typically when it approaches the 144 EMA, there is a bounce after breaking it, a little bit of a bounce, but it really depends if it's a flag or if it's a strong bounce. Of course, if it breaks through the 50 fib, this is looking more like a 1-2-3 pattern. If it bounces at the 50 fib, this is more looking like an ABC, and we can make another leg up again. Okay. Anyhow, for the moment, it looks like it will make some upside to 116.50-ish, and then head down to 115.40, 150. Pound USD. Let's take off everything for the moment. Did not make a retracement at 135. Instead, just broke through 135 and made it to the next target, down at 134.25. And there it made a bounce at the WIS8 level. Very strong target, very large target. As you can see, the spaces and the target's getting wider as price accelerates away from those long-term moving averages. Now price is above it and hanging above it, so quite a strong close in reverse. The weekly candle is not as strong either, with the close in the middle, and the bounce at the long-term moving averages for the moment. So it's being squeezed into between the support and the resistance, and price is about halfway on the weekly. On the daily, it's quite close to resistance. So I think that looking for a bounce here to retest the lows makes sense. There could be another bounce here, or there could be a failure and a continuation. Both are possible, but I think some type of retracement of this upside now or soon will be likely, and to make a higher low or at least test this bottom. Now the momentum is quite strong, and we see maybe perhaps 5 waves here. So what could be a good bouncing spot? Maybe 136.15, 136.50-ish could be a good spot for a bounce, and that could complete the 5-wave pattern here. And there could be an ABC pattern down to test this bottom again. Okay. In the long run, if we get that push up and we get an ABC, then if this is 5 waves and an ABC down, another swing up seems likely to retest the resistance levels a little bit higher, and maybe make a bigger swing up. Okay. Now, of course, if it falls very strongly from the target zone and there's a flag, then there could be more bearish pressure. In that case, a follow through to the downside is starting to become more likely. So the crucial is I expect a bearish bounce in this zone, but crucial also will be is how does it bounce? Does it bounce with the zigzag like that, or does it really show a lot of momentum followed by a flag? In that case, more downside is expected. Okay, whereas with the ABC zigzag, I would be leaning towards more upside. Okay, that's it. That's what my 2 cents basically for this week. Wish everyone great trading, great days ahead, and would be grateful if you take a look at our portfolio method. We put a lot of time into it. We've been trading it 2 years, testing it on different brokers for half a year. So a lot of time and energy went into that. And I'm trading with a sizable capital of my own. So definitely, I think that for me, it's a great method to trade. Of course, trading is always risky though, but I'm excited about it, and we'll see how this year and next year the trading goes. But please check out the site, the page, of course, if you're interested. Otherwise, see you all soon. Cheers. Bye bye.